Hi guys, and welcome to another live stream here from Logosol Portable Sawmills. Uh, Here in beautiful summer weather, raining,
Yes.
16 degrees. Ah, ah, it's okay. We get to be outside anyway and get to do some milling. Today we have what do we call it in English?
Maximize your cutting equipment.
Maximize your cutting equipment. Very good. So we are going to talk a little bit about chainsaw mills, chain and guide bars, and how to maintain them properly to get the most out of your equipment. And if you are interested in Logosol and our products, please visit our homepage. Go to logosol.com to find information about Logosol, our products, and prices. Yeah, and take the opportunity to sign up to our newsletter while you're there to be the first to know about cool new products, campaigns, and more inspirational content here from Logosol.
Coming live streams.
Coming live streams, for example.
Yep.
And talking about live streams, if you visit our YouTube page, Logosol Portable YouTube page, YouTube channel, Logosol Portable Sawmills, or our Facebook page, Logosol Portable Sawmills, you can find all our previous live streams. We have done so many live streams now that I have lost count. More than 100, almost 200.
Yes.
We have done a lot of streams with chainsaw mill competitions, grinding, taking care of your bandsaw blades. We have looked at all of our bandsaw mills several times, looked at the accessories, so on. So if you are interested into what we have done in the past, have a look at that. And follow along today while we talk about chainsaw milling. And you can, of course, ask us questions in the chat, both on Facebook and YouTube. So please do that. At least one question each.
Yeah, and comments.
Yeah,
the more
okay.
questions and comments we
Questions
get,
and comments.
more happy we are.
So, questions regarding our products, Logosol, chainsaw milling. We will be happy to answer all of your questions. So, let's get started.
Yes.
Good. Let's go on the roof. Ha. So, chainsaw milling and guide bar and chains. As some of you know already, the most important part in a chainsaw mill is the cutting equipment. It's your chain and your guide bar. Logosol have chosen to work with Canon bar in Canada because they make the best bars in the world, and especially for, I would say, especially for chainsaw milling like we do on the Logosol chainsaw mills, for example. So, and that is why we sell a lot of these Canon guide bars, solid bars made with a really tight tolerance in the groove for the chain drive links, and they are hardened so that they will last you really long. And when it comes to milling with a chainsaw, a chain and a guide bar, the most important thing is to always keep your chain sharp. So that's number one. And what's number two, Anders?
The bar.
The bar. Didn't we rehearse before?
No.
Number two is sharpen the chain before it's too late. Before it's dull.
Then the bar.
And then the bar. Yes. Exactly. Very good. So, and I mean, it goes for any machine with some sort of cutting equipment. It goes for bandsaw blades, bandsaw mills, and everything. Circular saw with the saw blade. The cutting equipment needs to be sharp for it to work properly. So keep your chain sharp at all times. Sharpen your chain before it gets dull. If you keep running a chainsaw mill with a dull chain, you will put a lot of pressure on the guide bar, and you will also need to remove more material, because you will ruin the chrome layer and the hardening of the chainsaw of the chain teeth. So sharpen it before it's too late. And what is your best advice for caring for your guide bar and chain? Please let us know in the comment. And then, Anders, you talked about the guide bar.
Yeah.
I mean, that is also an important part, not only the chain, but the guide bar. Make sure that when you replace the chain with a new one, turn the guide bar around so that you get an even wear on both sides of the guide bar. Have a look on the guide bar, clean it, keep it clean. Take the opportunity to clean the guide bar and the hole for the chain oil, so that when you put it back on the chainsaw, you know that you get a good flow of chain oil. And we also have a really good tool that can be good to have. This is a file for taking off the edges that we get on a guide bar. The longer we run a guide bar, you will eventually see really sharp edges on the sides here. And this is a perfect tool because you get a 90-degree angle. So you put it against the side of the guide bar. And you file away those sharp edges. And it is better to take this when it's just small edges, when they're not that high. If you wait too long, it's the same as with the chain. If you wait too long before you do it, you will have to work with this tool a really long time to get all the material away. And it's better to have the guide bar in a vise that holds the guide bar in a tight grip.
We have a question.
Yeah.
Is the Canon bar a standard 3/8 bar or a 3/8 Pico low profile bar?
It is the guide bars we purchased from Canon are all 3/8 Pico low profile bars.
Yes.
There's a slight difference in the pitch between a normal 3/8 and a 3/8 Pico. The chains we are running are the steel 63 PMX, the Pico ripping chain. So it's a low profile 3/8 Pico chain with a 10-degree top plate angle, and we recommend to grind them with a 60-degree side plate angle. But really good chains that leave a nice surface finish and cuts really well in all sorts of wood, as long as you keep them sharp at all times. So I was thinking that we could sharpen this chain that we have here, put it on this guide bar, and at the end of the live stream make a test cut with a fresh grind chain. Sounds like we're making coffee or something. So, but first, let's have a look at some other tools that are good to have. I was talking about this, the file for filing down the ridges on the guide bar. Really good to have because you know that you get the right angle. I mean, it's you can always use a flat file as well, but it's difficult to keep a flat file at a 90-degree angle. So this is a good tool and a really good and aggressive file inlay. I don't know what it's called, but these are both, you can turn it around and you can replace them. So you keep this and you just switch out the file segments that are put in here. And then manual filing can be done with a file holder like this. This is a combination file which takes both the teeth and the raker teeth as well. It's quite handy, but sometimes it takes a bit too much on the raker tooth. And then we have the standard round file that probably every one of you that have used a chainsaw in the past have used before. Works really well, and it's good to have out in the forest when you're working with your chainsaw and your chain. But sometimes it's easy to get a few different angles on the teeth, or different angles on every teeth, depending on how you hold your hand. So that's why we are actually going to look at filing your chain with a machine instead. And then another really good tool is the depth gauge tool. So this is a tool that you put preferably with the chain in a vise. You put the tool on top of two teeth, and we have the raker tooth coming up here in the middle, and if it's too high it will stick up above this surface, and then you just take a flat file and file it off. So really easy to use, and I prefer to use this over setting the machine and doing the rakers in that. And it's really simple, easy to use and cheap. Flat file, a round file for manual filing, and the edge file for the guide bar. But let's have a look on the two types of grinders, manual and automatic grinders that we sell and recommend here at Logosol. This is a manual grinder from Tecomec. It's available in both 213 volts, 50 hertz for Europe, and it's also available in 115 volts and 60 hertz for the US. This grinder can be attached on a wall like this or put on a table. You can do what you like. I prefer to have it like this because it's a very good height. You can easily see, and it's easy to operate the grinder. We have a side plate angle adjustment here, and for this chain we're going to put it on 60 degrees, and on the front here you can see we have the top plate angle, and we're going to grind or sharpen these chains with the 10-degree top plate angle. So I'm going to lock it at 10 degrees there. So now it's set to grind the teeth on the left side. But before we do that, I'm just gonna set it so that we're taking just a little bit off and a little bit in the bottom. Before I start, sorry. As you can see, we don't have a normal stone disc or profile wheel. It's a CBN disc with a CBN coating. This will keep the profile all the time. You don't have to profile it or clean it up. You can use it for a long time, and it's really a balanced wheel. You can see or feel the difference right away when you're running it. It's a quite heavy steel disc coated with CBN. So we're gonna pull the chain back so it stops against the chain stopper. We tighten the lock, and then we'll open it up, take the next, lock it again, and work our way around the chain. And an easy to remember tool is using a pen to just mark the first tooth that you're starting with. And then when you're ready with one side, we move it over to 10 degrees on the other side, and take the tooth on the right side, and then we repeat the process. So easy to use, and you get the exact same angles all the time. So you can use it for almost every chains that you have. And if you're still filing the chain by hand when you're out in the forest, or if you don't have access to electricity where you are and you need to hand file it, it's very good to put the chains in a manual grinder like this every once in a while to get the angles back to factory settings. So a really good investment, and you can find more information on it on our homepage. And we also have a grinding school on YouTube. So if you head over to YouTube, our founder Bengt-Olof Byström has a grinding school divided in several episodes where he goes through grinding more in depth. So go check that out. And then we have a machine that's a 12-volt machine, so it works worldwide. It also works wherever you are, as long as you have a 12-volt battery with you, so you can operate it everywhere. Same here, we have the angle setting, the side plate angle. We're going to set it to 60 degrees, and we have the top plate angle setting here. So it's a half automatic grinder, so we need to do exactly as we do on the manual grinder. We need to set it on one side at a time. So right now we are doing the, let's see, the right teeth. So we're going to start it with just the feeding, and then we adjust it slightly so that we get the grinding discs to go right in front of the tooth. So it just takes a little bit away. And when we're happy with the setting, we start the grinding disc. And we can just fine tune it. And same as before, I mark the tooth that we started with, and we'll let it go one full turn, and then we'll reset it for the teeth on the other side. So do we have any questions or comments?
No, nothing.
The only thing to be careful about with this type of grinder are chains where you have an unequal amount of teeth, which means that you'll have two left-facing teeth after each other on one chain, or a right teeth on the right side. In that case, you need to start and stop where you have those teeth. For example, an 18-inch guide bar has 66 drive links, and that type of chain will have two left-facing teeth. So you need to be careful with that, because this grinder will grind away even though the teeth are facing the wrong way. So now we have the marking there. So you notice it was fairly quick. So we'll just move it one tooth instead of to the next. So now we'll move on over to the other side. So we're just going to turn it over to 10 degrees on the other side. And hopefully everything is set. And we can just start grinding. And we marked the tooth here as well.
So is it raining on you?
It's raining on me. Is it raining on you? No. No, it's quite quite refreshing actually.
Yeah.
I like to be out in the rain. So easy to use, and you can just put it up. There is actually a stop clamp for it, so you can start it. You can put the stop clamp in position, and you can wait. And when it goes one full turn, it will actually turn itself off automatically like that. And it gives you a really good result. And it works for chains, 3/8, 3/8 Pico, 0.325 pitch as well. The manual grinder works for 404 chains as well as 1/4 inch chains. So the manual grinder, it's a bit more all around and more economical, depends on how much time you want to spend on grinding your chains. But a super nice equipment which makes you can focus on other things instead of grinding your chains. But I mean, it's cool to just look at it like this. It's like hypnotic. You can, and instead of just leaving it alone, you'll be like, ooh. Works really well.
Yeah,
So,
it's a high quality machine. I mean, both developed and.
So now we've
produced
actually sharpened the whole chain. So it's time for the test. So let's take this fresh off the grinder chain. And importantly, put it the right way. Not like Anders is doing it when I'm gonna use the chainsaw.
So you want to do it by yourself?
So I'm gonna do it by myself.
Yeah. I just handle your tools.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen those competitions where they compete in changing guide bars and chains?
I think you shouldn't.
I'm not competing. No.
You have some
No.
drive links outside.
Yeah, I have some.
You have some.
You have some.
I have some. I have some issues with my.
Just a small tip.
Thank you so much. Now it looks much better.
Yep.
No, I think I'll have to go coarse or something.
What kind of sprocket should I use for these chains with the MS 660?
I mean, preferably 3/8 Pico sprocket, but it works really well with the normal 3/8 8-tooth rim sprocket as well. Perfect.
Perfect. I'm
Not
glad.
very fast, but perfect.
Perfect. Yes. That's more important.
More important to
Yeah.
be perfect than fast.
That will be another stream when we
When we do it,
compete in changing.
when we do it fast and not so perfect.
Yeah. I feel like a winner already.
Yeah, we will see.
Safety,
have,
safety first, kids.
Actually, a brand new saw today.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a brand new steel MS 400. I haven't milled with that before. Or yeah, an hour ago perhaps, but not before that. But it felt really nice. And we are using it on our F2 Plus chainsaw mill. So now let's like see and feel the difference.
Yeah.
Nice,
Mm.
super
Good.
nice. It was like cutting through butter,
Yeah.
but it was quite a wide
Yeah.
cut.
Good.
We got a comment regarding the last question about the sprocket for the MS660.
Yeah.
I just use a standard 3/8 70th for that one. The wear and tear ain't so much different that the regular saw if you keep the bar and lubricant area clean and neat after each use.
Yes. Yeah, that's a very good comment, and I mean, it doesn't make that big of a difference.
Yeah.
And if you're running a rim sprocket, choose an eight teeth rim sprocket in that case. But it works perfect.
Great.
Good.
Have we told everyone that we are on Instagram as well?
I don't think so.
We have an Instagram page. If you go to Instagram and search Logosol Portable Sawmills, you will find us right away. And please post your projects and tag us
Yeah.
in your posts, so we will get to see all the cool stuff you create with our products. And if you are interested in seeing if we have a dealer or distributor where you are, if you go over to logosol.com, you can choose the country, and if we have a dealer or distributor, you will see the contact details directly to them on the homepage. If not, you will be greeted with the contact details here to the headquarters of Logosol in Härnösand, Sweden. You are welcome to send us an email via the message function on the homepage. Just send an, or you can send an email direct to info@logosol.com. So let us know if you want to know anything more. Reach out to us if you're interested in getting a quote, making a purchase, or if you have an inquiry of one of our products. We will be happy to help you and assist you.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all for now. Take care and see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.